I don't know about you, but like we start a business to make money, not lose money. And if you're pricing wrong, you're losing money. I can guarantee that. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new to my channel, please be sure to subscribe. And if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. Today we're going to be chatting about pricing and how you can actually price things better for in terms of your product or service business. And yeah, if you have any questions, make sure you place the comment below. I'll respond to that after the video. And if you want to actually just keep conversation flowing with me, you're more than welcome to like message me on my Instagram. So follow me at thatnaledi. And yeah, let me get straight into this one. So today we are talking about pricing and how to actually price for your product or service. So chances are, if you've been in business for a while or even not even that long, chances are you're making a mistake with your pricing. So how do we actually get to the bottom of pricing, and how should you price for your business? The info I'm going to share with you today, I wish I knew years ago. I would have made more money. So let me just start from the top. So basically, when you're pricing for your business, it's very important to like look and see number one. So basically, the advice I'm going to give today is for a product or service business. And I currently run a service business because I have a digital marketing company called Cherry Republic, and we do a lot of digital work for clients. So yeah, so let me just start from the top. I made a couple of notes so that I don't skip or forget anything, because this is important. So first things first, when you are pricing for your business, the first thing you want to look at is your overheads. So your overheads are basically costs that stay the same throughout the months within your business. So basically overheads would be stuff like your rent for your office, your utilities, all those type of expenses are your overheads that you need to look at. Then the next thing you'll look at is the materials that you use to actually complete the service or product. So those would be like, let's say, what do we use? So basically for my business, we use Monday.com as a platform to do all our project management, and I upload all the tasks for the team there. So that's a platform that I have to pay a monthly fee for, and that goes up and down based on how much space we use and so forth. Well, if I get another member of the team on the platform, I go up another price package depending on where I am. So stuff like that is the stuff you also need to look at. And if you have a product business, you need to look at how much, let's say you're selling smoothies. You need to look at how many cups are you going to buy to complete that order. So that also varies depending on how big the order is. If someone wants 50 versus somebody somebody ordering, let me start again. So somebody ordering 50 cups versus 200 cups, that makes a huge difference. So it's good to know your numbers and your material cost. Very important. Then next, another thing that's important to look at when you're looking at your pricing is definitely your labor. You need to look at, are you hiring people to complete this? Do you have people that are there as permanent staff, or are you going to look at getting a freelancer? All those regarding labor and how you're going to like execute on that project is so important. So look into that as well. So great stuff. So once you have your materials, you have your number for your materials, your overheads, and your labor, you then can actually sit and look at what are you making as a profit. So let's look at the numbers. If your selling price is $100 and your overheads are $30, your materials are $10, then your labor is $10. That then gives you a profit of $50 when you actually add all your expenses up, which is the 30, the 10, and the 10. You're then left with 50, and that is an excellent profit margin. So yeah, then at least you know where you stand with that. So that's one way to actually look at your pricing. Another thing to do is actually just maybe look at the market. So in your industry, have a look at what other people are charging and see where your price competes, because it's also good to see, especially if you're in a highly competitive industry. I don't always say going in and charging less just to get the business is a great idea. That's not really the best. You want to go in and add value, because at the end of the day, you need to think about what's so different about what I am offering that brings value to the client or customer. Another thing I would advise you do is, if possible, with the products or service you're offering, it's great to have, for example, if a client wants a social media quote for our services, what I normally do is I'll put together 3 options, because people like to feel like they have options. And normally what happens is, if you have one cost price, and well, if you have one cost for like on your quote, and you only give a client one option and it's expensive, they tend to just say, oh no, we're not doing this, and go to your competitor. So what you could do is actually offer them 3 different options. So the one that's the creme de la creme with all the bells and whistles, that's your expensive package. So let's say, for example, that is 50k, and that has let's say that is a full website development, social media management, 3-4 times a day. Well, no, that's it. Okay, yeah, let's use that example. 3-4 times a day you post, and yeah, that is option number 1 on your package. Then you go through and you create option number 2, which is the one you hope to sell, because people tend to go for the middle option. So that package can then be your, let's say, for example, 15,000 rand or 15,000. And what you do with that is then have your standard package, which is a little bit, it's one level down from the creme de la creme, but it's still sufficient for most businesses and has what you want in there. And that is the all-rounder package. It's still good, quite firm, and most people would probably go for it. Then you get your cheapy option, where you also skim down on like all the bells and whistles. Basically this is like your entry level package, and that just has the bare minimum and whatever the client or customer would need just to get going. So yeah, then you actually present those 3 options. One piece of advice is, if you're gonna place this on a quote, don't place it on one quote. Place these type of things as 3 separate quotes. It's just better for people to read, so they actually see that it's not one, well, all 3 services is one service, because you never know, clients and people read things differently. So that's just another piece of advice I would share with you. And yeah, then hopefully most people actually pick option 2. And what this does is it also just stops people from trying to negotiate you down on your different packages and pricing. And yeah, oh, I actually didn't say, so your package, your beginner package or the baby package, that could be like 5,000, and then that's your entry level, and you price it accordingly to what should be placed on that package, according to also what we spoke about earlier, your material, your labor, and your overheads. And this is the most important piece of advice. It's always easy to start a business and think you just want to service everyone. The more people I service, the bigger my client base is. But, however, it's so important to niche out, especially in a space like digital. You want to actually have the customers that you service, because you can't be everything to everyone, and that's so true. So one thing you have to look at is your MVC, which is your most valuable customer. So you need to figure out what value is that customer looking for when it comes to your business. And looking at your MVC, basically that's also niching out. So finding your niche and being great at your niche. Niching out also allows you to actually be able to up your prices, because when you are a social media company for, let's say, for everybody, and everyone walks in, they're like, yeah, okay, we do social media for you. But if you say, hey, I am a FMCG digital marketing agency, and you go out there and you do work for FMCG clients, you actually gain the industry knowledge and you are more valuable than someone who has no knowledge of the industry. So niching out definitely helps, and it gives that nice add-on with your pricing. You can actually justify it because you'll be the expert. Yeah, and that's it for me. So you can follow me on Instagram at thatnaledi, and please subscribe to my channel and check out the notification button. Click on that so you can find out when I upload a new video. And yeah, it is great. I'll see you next time.